Hey guys, what's up? It's Bibs7 here again, and welcome to another Runescape vlog. It's been a while since I said that, almost a month actually, which is kind of ridiculous for me. I don't know, I just really haven't had the time to sit down and do one of these, but today I do, and I want to make this pretty long. I'm going to shoot for 30 minutes, if I can, as long as I still have stuff to talk about. I don't really want to force it too much, because then it'll get boring and you guys won't want to watch. But I just rewatched my last RuneScape vlog because I obviously forgot what I had been doing at the time and stuff, because it was so damn long ago. But anyways, just a few updates on my character. I really haven't been doing a lot of skilling. I'm still 92 divination. Haven't even trained it at all since last time I made one of these. I did get a construction level, and I'm getting kind of near to 93. I've been doing a bit of that recently. Like I said my name like a while ago, and I said question mark. He never said anything else, so I guess he's asking me. But temple trekking reward. It's like lumberjack. 4 cons XP. But either way, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I've probably gotten some hunter experience. I mean, I pretty much always do hunter whenever I get lamps or anything. I also think I got a thieving level since last time as well. Just felt like doing some. And recently I've been doing a tad bit of Slayer, just because I am trying to get 4K points to buy one of the things that I need for comp. I also got a firemaking level, 95 firemaking. So I guess I did a bit of skilling, just not much. The recent thing on the Squeal of Fortune, the Itchclaren little relics, I've gotten like 5 or 6 of those, and I just have 400k bonus prayer experience that I'm like never going to use. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. These things I'm going to destroy. I've been trying to keep, I think, like, what do they do? Oh. Well, then I guess I'll keep it. Oh, I don't need 2 of these. That makes no sense. Oh, I can get it back from Diango anyways. I'm not planning on training summoning for ever, really, but if I ever do, but I can just get those back from Diango. But either way, just a quick run through my bank. Nothing much has changed, I don't think. Although, I don't remember if I've made a blog since I swapped out these. I had rapiers, but I now have maces. I was getting kind of bored of the rapier look. Also, I got this. I was at TD's, and I said I got it. It put one of these in my bank. It's just like a crown thing for being a member for a year. It kind of glows a little bit. Pretty interesting looking. I guess, I mean, it's nothing really that I care about too much, but, you know. Then just the normal stuff. I actually got a War Priest of Saradomin cape, which, what is this guy doing? Which I never ended up buying from the Divine Tier Battle of Lumbridge event. I got it as a drop from Saradomin God Wars. So apparently, if you never did get the War Priest armor from the actual event, you can get it as drops from the Zami and Sarah God Wars bosses, which I didn't know, but it was pretty cool to get. Got some broad arrows in here. I fletched those while my friend Alex was training prayer in my house. I let him use my altar. He just got turmoil, which was pretty nice after he'd been wanting it for a while. Other than that, though, nothing else much really should have changed. This has probably all gone down a bit, so I've just been using it. And I'm going to avoid showing my Majra Master tab, because I don't want to let you guys see what's in there. Bought a bunch of fire runes the other day just because I wanted to stock up, because I was getting kind of low. I only had like 9k left, so I just bought 100k. Those I use a lot at the Majra Master things. This is just a bunch of crap that I've been getting as drops that I just wanted to throw in here. I wanted to get my Elite Clue loots out of my main tab on my bank and put them somewhere else, so I just threw them in here. I had some QBD loots in here too, because I was doing that a little bit, but I sold those off. Got these from Calfight King the other day. Probably did around 20 kills 4-man coin share. Didn't end up getting any splits, which was kind of annoying, but yeah, it was still pretty fun. I actually got 2 of these drops. I had 240, but I sold off one of them. I still made like 3 or 4 mil from that, so it wasn't so bad. And this is my oak planks for construction. I still need like like a few more still buying, like 6k. But other than that, I should have all of them in there again. I actually flipped them once, made some profit off that, but that'll get me 99 construction. I might have some left over because I've been using these leaf clover necklaces while I do construction, and they like have 10 charges each, and each time a charge is used up, you get like 10k cash. But while the necklace still has charges, you will gain 1% bonus experience in whatever skill you do. So it's pretty cool. It gets me 6 extra experience per door, so that's kind of interesting to just see what'll that end up saving me in terms of gold. But yeah, I had one of them that ran out of charges. I have this one that has 6 charges left, and I have this one that's actually a 3-leaf clover that has 10 charges left as well. So those are pretty useful. Their charges get used up around every 10 minutes or so, but they're still pretty good to get you a little boost in experience, I think. But yeah, other than that, nothing else has really changed for me personally. But I just wanted to show you guys my bank and everything, just short update little thing. But now what I want to talk about is the updates that they've made to the game since I last made one of these, when there have been quite a few. So I'm going to pause it, pull up the Runescape homepage, and just double check, because I might forget some if I don't actually check which updates there were. Alright, so the first update they had before, after, not before, after my last RuneScape blog, were the Serenity armor that was introduced into the game on the 22nd of October. And that is the level 90 ranged power armor that was set out to match Tectonic, which is for magic, obviously. And here it is here. And to make it, you get the scales from... Let me check here. I am honestly unsure of where you get the scales. I haven't actually searched for them myself. Let's see. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Serenity armor, yep, the armor can be obtained through the crafting. Serenity scales can be found as drops from Legiones, Aquanites, Spiritual Mages, and Dark Beasts. So that's where you can get them. I actually just did a Dark Beast task earlier today, and I didn't end up getting any, but yeah, I guess they're pretty rare. That would have been a nice drop to get. But either way, it does degrade to dust after use, so it's one of those types of armors, like, as I said, similar to Tectonic. But either way, it's still pretty cool to have another level 90 armor in the game, which is going to be very useful for whatever new bosses end up coming out and stuff like that. But I don't really have anything to say about this update. I didn't, although I should have, I didn't really take advantage of it to make any money, because I don't know, I didn't really feel like doing Dark Beasts at the time, and those are probably what I would have done in order to get the armor. But yeah, and it's also beyond my crafting ability to make the best parts of it, like the top and stuff. But either way, it might have been a good idea to try and make some money off the scales, but still, I think it was a pretty cool update, pretty nice. Kind of a strange way they introduced the armor, to be honest, adding it to the drop tables of already existent monsters, but you know, I'm not really complaining. I guess it was kind of cool, but you know, nothing really interesting to me personally, because I have no use for such armor, at least not right now. But moving on, as we scroll upwards, ignoring stupid loyalty point things, they actually had a poll about the Prestige update that they were thinking about putting into the game, and I'm not sure if I talked about this in my last blog, but if I didn't, they were thinking about making it so that you could... Actually, no, I'm pretty much positive I did, but either way, most of you, or I'm sure all of you, would really know what the update would actually entail, how they would let you reset your stats and retrain them again. They decided against that because the poll was issued, and it ended up resulting that not many people wanted the update to come in. So they are still thinking of a way to reform the high scores in order to make them competitive again, so that people who have 200 mil in a skill and don't even play much anymore or play at all anymore can't just sit at the number one spot and not have to work to keep their position. So that is what they're trying to find a solution to, but they decided against going with Prestige because of the poll, which is kind of good. I didn't think Prestige would have been the best way to do something like that, especially this late in the game when people already have 200 mil in a lot of skills, and they would kind of be screwed over for training that long and extra time, because they would have to reset to level 1 and wouldn't get to keep any of the residual experience they got after getting 99. So yeah, that's kind of my whole stance on the thing. Don't know what, I was doing Cal Fight King. I usually try and be in my FC if you guys ever want to talk. But yeah, that is just that's the deal there. RuneFest happened. I don't really care about that. I didn't go. I haven't really watched anything about it. And I haven't really heard of any breaking news that was revealed at it. I'm not sure if there was any or what, but I don't really want to touch on that too much because I don't know anything about it. But either way, moving on to the Lumbridge Rebuild-a-thon, which was actually the holiday event for this year, for Halloween. I'm pretty sure that's what they ended up calling it, even though it was very not Halloween based at all, as the events tend to be. Ooh, I just went through the Grand Exchange. I did not know you could do that. Either way, yeah, I didn't actually participate in this event. I just couldn't be bothered. I didn't really feel like doing it, and so I didn't. So I honestly have no really opinion on the changes, on the rewards or what happened in it, but it made sense. The Battle of Lumbridge had just ended. We had to rebuild the Lumbridge town in order to keep it nice looking and stuff. I mean, I guess, but yeah, these were the rewards: a title, an emote, and a hat. I didn't really care that much, to be honest, to get them, but yeah, that's pretty much all there was for that update. Nothing much to talk about. Moving on to this, the Well of Goodwill. This was a update they'd been talking about, I'm pretty sure, for a good half the month, and they ended up introducing it. I can actually go show it. It's down here. There's a well at the south entrance to the Grand Exchange, and it's going to be here for the whole month of November, so for about another 15 days. And you can donate your gold and items to this well, and they'll be taken out of the game and removed. And for every mil you donate, Jagex will donate a value of they will donate $1,000 to charity. No, not $1. Every million. It's 10 million. Oh, I thought it was 1 million. I guess I was wrong. Well, every 10 million coins that are donated, Jagex will donate $1 to charity, and for every bond donated, $4.70 will be donated to charity. So this is what's been donated to the well so far. Over 243 billion coins have been donated, and almost 5,000 bonds, totaling up to around 46,000 or 47,000 US dollars, which is pretty insane. Half the month has gone by though, and it doesn't look like we're going to be reaching the goal of $100,000, because at the beginning I'm sure most people were donating like most of what they will donate, and now that it's in the middle of the month coming to the end, less donations will be coming in. I'm pretty sure they're not going to reach that goal. I have not donated because I kind of need my gold in order to get my max cape, but I don't know. It's just for those, I mean, those people who are generous or don't care about their gold or are quitting or whatever. I mean, I don't know. There's also some title incentives for donating a certain amount. I think like the best title is for 1 billion gold. You get some title. I'm not sure what they are exactly, but yeah, this didn't really interest me too much. I thought it was a pretty cool idea, and it's a very good gold sink, obviously, seeing as it's taken 243 billion gold out of the game, which is great. But yeah, that's pretty much all there is to that. At the end of the month, they're donating it to several different charities that they listed on the homepage. I'm not going to go through those. You can read them on your own if you want. Just noticed this blue party head here. I'd like to snag myself that. But yeah, that's the Well of Goodwill. Just that was that update. And that's everything for the month of October. So moving on to November, there was RuneFest again. They talked a lot about that. And not much happened in this month until actually 2 days ago, where they released a new boss, Barrows the Rise of the Six, which is an interesting new update that they have released. And it's sort of a rework of the Barrows brothers, but it's a separate thing. Like, you can still do the normal Barrows brothers if you want. And what it is, basically, you do regular Barrows until you get some icon or something, I think. Oh, there, Barrows Totem. You can get that from the Barrows chest or buy it. And then you can create or join an instance. It's in a... It's called the Shadow Dungeon. You jump into a hole that's just north of the normal Barrows entrance. And then you go through this little cave until you get to a spot where there's 4 pads on the ground and sort of like a force field, like the ones in Curadel's Slayer Dungeon. Like, they look like that, right in your way. And you need 4 people in order to do the boss. No more and no less. Because there are 4 pads, you need a person on each pad in order to go in. And then once you're in, there's... that's about it. That's about all I know. You've got to take down the 6 Barrows brothers, and they all have a bunch of shitload of different mechanics, and each one's on different sides, and there's this whole Shadow Realm thing and all this stuff, and it's crazy and ridiculous. And that's about all I know about it, because I have not tried my hand at it yet. I don't really want to have it be like the Virago release, where I just go and never be able to do and just die millions of times, because people don't know how to do it really effectively yet. Hopefully, though, in the next coming week or so, there'll be a good strategy in order to do it, and I might try my hand at it, and I might video that and have a little bit more information about it then. But as far as I know, at the moment, it's very, very good cash per hour, because the drops that you can get potentially are the new Malevolent Energy, which allows you to make this new Malevolent Armor, which is level 90 melee power armor to complete the set of Serenity, Tectonic, and now Malevolent is for melee. Another thing that they have added alongside this Malevolent Armor to the rewards from that new Barrows minigame is 3 new shields, which are level 90. So there's a new tier of shields, and there's one for each combat style. They are shown here. I'm not sure of the exact names of those shields. I know one of them is Malevolent, I think, but I couldn't tell you the other names. But they are probably going to be very useful at the new boss, as well as maybe Virago and things like that. But yeah, it may be an interesting thing to attempt an X solo with one of these new shields. See if you can get 2, maybe even 3 in one attempt if you use those plus a seismic wand or something like that. But yeah, either way, one last thing they added as a reward for them is miniature Barrows pets, which look like miniature Barrows brothers. There's one for each. Pretty cute, cool looking new little gimmick thing. I'm not a big fan of pets in this game, although I do really want to get the pet ice strike worm. That's one more thing that they added alongside that. So that's pretty much all of the updates that have gone on since my last RuneScape blog. Kind of a lot, I know, but it has been a while since I made one. One thing I do want to go over real quick are the rest of the updates that are coming out this month. Oh, this is one thing I forgot to mention in the updates for November that they did. This was before the Barrows update, actually coming out on the 5th of November. The D&D tracker, it's a little update. I think it's in here. I honestly haven't even looked at it because I don't do D&Ds often, but let's see, maybe in here will it be? Yeah, here it is. The D&D minigame. No, not minigame, just the D&D tracker. It's pretty. It's a pretty cool little thing here. Gives you the countdowns on when the next mini games are going to start. Wilderness Warbands aren't coming for another 3 hours 24 minutes, but Fish Flinger starts again in 12 minutes, and this is all this sort of stuff. And then your D&D trackers is the next time you can do each distraction and diversion. Like right now, I can do Troll Invasion, and I can do it again 15 days after this, and that's just, it says that for all these. So it's pretty useful, so you don't have to guess or whatever to find out when you can redo your D&Ds. And I guess it's pretty good for people who do them often. I personally don't, but either way, it's just a little good usefulness update to the game, so that was pretty cool to see. But yeah, after that and the Barrows update for this month, they have honestly some kind of not so great updates planned, and that's going to be the last update for this month, it looks like. They're calling it buckets of quote-unquote improvements, but several of these things are really gimmicky, unimportant, graphical, or otherwise that don't really need to be added, and some of them I think will be a little bit stupid when they're added, to be honest, but apparently they're from player suggestions. One thing I suggest is that they fix the goddamn minimap. Can that like make the top of the list at all? Like, it's kind of important. Like, let's see, watch. I'm going to walk until I hit a loading screen, and you'll see what I mean. Right now it looks fine. Minimap looks good. It should always look like this. And now look at it. It is this, there's this black plus sign square and everything, and the whole environment is offset. The white lines are still in the correct places and the doors and stuff, so it's still somewhat navigable, but otherwise it's still a lot more difficult than it should be. And it's been this way for months now, and it's really annoying. I don't understand why they haven't gotten around to fixing this yet. It's a pretty important part of the game, the minimap, and it's just completely glitched all the time, making it really hard to use. So hopefully they get their heads out of their asses and fix that soon, because they haven't even addressed it at all as far as I know. So I'm not really sure what they're waiting for on that. But here's the improvements they took from players that they're going to be adding. The ability to clear any slot via the Cosmetic Overrides. Therefore, you can, how you can hide your cape and helm now? They're going to make it so you can hide everything, which is going to be kind of strange, because you can just go naked to Corporal Beast and just kill it, which, I don't know, I think that's a weird thing they're adding, but meh, doesn't really affect me. It's just going to be even more annoying to try and figure out what people are wearing sometimes, and whether or not they actually are or aren't wearing armor. Anyways, the ability to add notes to individuals listed on your friends and ignore lists. This is an interesting thing. It might be useful depending on how they implement it. And if notes are like, if they mean just like add a note to say who that person is, how you met them, or something like that, or why they're on your ignore list or friends list, that might be useful. Another way they could do it is if you could write notes that the other friends could read while you're online, while you're not online. Like, you could write one while they're offline and they can read it later while you're offline. That would also be useful. So I guess it's kind of a good, that one's kind of good as well, and could be useful, potentially, depending on how they implement it. Next one, a funky new login animation. This one is one of the ones that I see no reason for them to be adding. I don't know why there needs to be an animation for your logging in. Really, it's fine the way it is. It's probably going to be stupid looking or annoying or something. I can just imagine what they're going to do with that. It's going to be weird, I think, but we'll see. Hopefully it isn't too like long or annoying, but still don't see what the need is for that. I'm not a fan of that one. Next, graphical improvements to a selection of emotes. I mean, I guess that's okay. I really don't see the point, because people don't really use emotes that often as far as I know. But I guess the people who do use emotes would be more prone to be the people who go on the forums and actually voice their opinion about things. So I suppose it makes sense that they were able to hear that sort of outcry for graphical emote reworks. I mean, I don't know what they're going to change. I mean, this one looks kind of stupid, but it's classic. I hope they don't most of the emotes they look funny because they are meant for the old system, but they're they're classic. You can't change the emotes. I really hope they don't drastically change any of the older emotes. Hopefully just some of the newer ones that I don't care about, like all of these. But yeah, that's that. I don't know. It could go either way with that one. It could be horrible. It could be good. We'll have to wait and see. New achievements for your adventures log. Honestly, have no idea what they're planning on putting on here. Things that go on your adventures log already. Let's see. Boss kills, boss drops, skill level ups, court cases, dungeoneering things if you allow them to be, and if you do, then you're an asshole. Treasure trail completions, boss drops. I don't know if I mentioned that. That's about all I can think of. There's probably a lot more. I know you can edit it somewhere in here, but I honestly have not a clue where to find it in this new system. But yeah, I mean, it depends on what they add. If it's good or bad. It could be stupid, could be good. We'll just have to wait and see depending on what they end up adding to your adventures log. Next thing, a new beam of light animation when you get a drop worth over 1 mil. This one I don't like because it sounds kind of ridiculous and stupid and probably going to get annoying or something. It may just to show other people who are killing things with you or near you that you just got a good drop or something. I mean, I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but we already have the worldwide announcements for most drops like that. If you're killing monsters that you would be loot sharing or free-for-alling and splitting with. So, kind of unnecessary, I think. Depends on if it looks really good or not, whether it's good. I mean, if it looks bad or it gets annoying and redundant, then it'll be bad. But if they do it right, it could be just sort of fine. Like, I don't think it's necessary at all, though. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. Milestone Fireworks when hitting achievements over 99, like when you hit 25 mil experience. This one I love. This is one of the ones that I really like. I think it's kind of about time that they did something like this. So, like, when I get 50 mil strength experience, I'll get some fireworks for it and a little message in my chat box and stuff like that. So that's good. That gives people motivation to train skills over 99 rather than just high scores. So I think that's a pretty good one. I'm looking forward to that. And hopefully it'll be somewhat similar to skill level ups. So people who can't level up anymore because they're maxed out will still have some motivation to train skills. So yeah, thumbs up for that one. And not lastly, activated auras will ignore deposit all in the bank. Love this one too. Something that's really annoying is when you're at, say, Nex or something else or whatever, and you're done with your trip and you want to regear, maybe go somewhere else, maybe regear in a different combat style for the same boss, and you hit this button right here, this little bitch of a button. If you're wearing an active aura currently and you hit this button, it'll just go into the bank and turn off. And that can be really annoying because you can forget that you have that aura on and just lose the charge for the day, which is kind of annoying. But now that they're adding this, if it's on, it won't get deposited into the bank. So very good that they're adding that. Pretty smart update. I'm glad that they thought of that one. And then drag and drop mouse movement in the bank and beast of burden inventory, allowing easier bank sorting and inventory management. Excuse me. I am not sure at all what that means, to be honest. I don't see any problems with those systems currently. Actually, I don't know because I don't usually arrange my inventory this way. Okay. You can drag and drop, so I don't know what the problem is, to be honest. But I usually just get out my inventory and then organize it over here because this is not the same as this. That's one thing they should definitely add. Have your bank inventory thing match the inventory you have in your interface. Although that'd kind of be hard to do for them, I'm sure, but still, it'd be nice if they could do that. And this thing here, I am interested and kind of scared as to what they're going to do for this. Making... Shit, I need to take a drink of water. I've been talking for too long. Okay. We will also be making a large improvement. They say improvement, okay, to the coin share system. We're making these changes because the current system is forcing the price of certain items to behave differently than the quote-unquote real market. And we're confident that these upcoming changes will solve these economic issues. So I'm kind of interested to see what they do with this. It could be horrible, could be good. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't see how they could change the coin share system at all, to be honest. So we're going to have to wait for that update to come out for me to actually lodge an opinion on it. Could be great, could suck. It's one of those updates. We'll have to see, though. I'm pretty sure these updates are coming next week, at least some of them. I'm not sure which ones, but that's what the behind the scenes for this week said. So hopefully that'll come out this week so I can make another blog and give my opinion on it. Shit, sorry. One last thing, they're making upgrades to the world map. No, this does not say mini-map, so it's not the mini-map that they're upgrading. So they still have not addressed the mini-map at all. They're talking about the big world map, this one right here. Making upgrades to it, adding new labels, stuff like that. I don't really care about that. I never use the world map because I know my way around Runescape like the back of my hand. It's kind of embarrassing, but meh. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, how long have we been going for? Woo! 32 minutes. Reached my goal. I'm going to end it off here because my throat's getting really dry and I'm coughing a lot and it's going to get loud and annoying and I don't want to keep talking anymore because I really don't feel like talking anymore. I'm probably going to go do some Calfight King right now. Maybe do some Majorat Master Series, actually. Next Majorat Master should be out in the next 2 or 3 days. I have like maybe 1 or 2 more trips that I have to do and I'll have it done. So I'll show you guys that. I'll see you guys in that video and probably a new Left 4 Dead video in the next 4 or 5 days whenever I can get one rendered. But I'll see you guys then. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. Subscribe for future videos. And join my friends chat game if you want to talk to me. Bibs7, usually in there when I am online. See you guys next time. Peace.